ene ensemu a eda paso ayese namo ayaho ne nkofo edi na tewie Office of the Special Prosecutor OSP ni press conference and nsem twefo enhiemu a woyeye na ensemu odi tudwa ebusuafo na de fa yewura Ofori Atta akane finance minister nsensem ho no eno ne edi mu nkyiremu ebremu yi ebusuafo ni nyina ne se ene yewura kisia jaben ensem twefo enhiemu no nkyiremu ni se yenyane ntie enrada ne nansentem se yewura Ofori Atta na tena ye no enipa bi akọ ready wo kire sa asrafo bi ni bambofo bi akoto ahya tena ye no eso na eno no yewura kisia jaben kire sansem ni mu se free special prosecutor tena ye na wo madwuma a wo mu di wo memu no nya saa eno mo ye wo madwuma no na wo sanso kire mu kura se wo hu ni se saa nipa na sempo bambofo a ekokoto de hye omampanyin dada na abreso finance minister yewura Ofori Atta efie no wo hu ni se yewura Ofori Atta na stage just woni hu bi wono ankasa na onim kwan ofa so mo hye saade no na se special prosecutor wo matena ye wo mudwumadie de wo mu ni wo mudwumadie saa ebusuafo no achi no osanso kire mu na ehia papa obebusa se edi enti ne declare special prosecutor declare yewura Ofori Atta wanted fi say asam no de ekowia no yeso declare no fugitive kire say ye no ayehu no odwane ti ye pe no na ebusuafo eniema num special prosecutor bobo adekodie poten ne niema yewura Ofori Atta ne nsa forifori mu a enenti ozu se etwa special prosecutor tena ye no frɛ no na wo mo ye nhwemu fa ho a wo mo frɛ no abono wo maaye na emu nhwemu no mo nsentumi nka wo si dumie bia na lawyer for den kraba so yare ntinkyeremu o de ma special prosecutor tena ye no eni nkyeremu a empo na lawyer for de ba no ebo abira na kyerɛ se wo ye special prosecutor tena ye no krokro da John wodu o mo ho agro nya de se efre no ayafre no pese oba eni nti ne ka ho bia declare no wanted na busuafo ensem a yedi gina so no madaro mamum yentie emu enkyiremu no ho hia papa ewia ya be hwese the special prosecutor timi kyerɛkyerɛ ensem no mira na o declare no wanted na yenhwɛ points no anase mpo case a sobo a yede ebo owura Ofori Atta de edikan no yes strategic mobilization Ghana Limited na afa GRA contract SMG Limited any GRA Ghana Revenue Authority contract because so yewura Ofori Atta ona na show mine sika sam so finance minister nti ne nsa fore ni manema bi mo ehu ni se dream de ni kataahye bi ekoso na ase ehia nkyeremu bi efi ni ho ewo saa contract na ase contractor ye de ma strategic mobilization Ghana Limited na afi GRA Ghana Revenue Authority nti eno ye de edikan de to so biem ye ECG Electricity Company of Ghana enti eno ye ECG na afi Benjamin Technology Limited wo mo contractor ye terminate ye na kire se contract bi ko so wo ECG na afi Benjamin Technology Limited ebusuafo ye mre na eno no ye se etwam enti saa contract no a ye twam na se contract no a Benjamin Technology Limited any ECG contract na ye twam no eno emu kiremu eni sikasem bi ne kwan e fa so twam no do betumi ayi anu yie owura Ofori Atta akane sikasem soafo enti eno de tosumienu de ka hu biem National Cathedral Project na National Cathedral Project eno so ye nyina ye nim Ghana ha ensem a akokoso wo National Cathedral nsensem no a enya afa ni ye ba be kansem bebre National Cathedral no asase no na mpanyimfo kire se yemfa oman ni sika ekodura se a budget bi yewura Ofori Atta kokenkan ba ko bi ne koto mu se yatam oman ni sika e de akorua National Cathedral no mu enti ese National Cathedral so sika sem no yehia yewura Ofori Atta nkyeremu bi wo ho afei procurement of ambulances some bekai ambulance hon sensem bi eno so ebeye he wo man Ghana he ko wi ese akofa ambulance bi aba ambulance no enye papa ambulance ye de ye enye ye emunsem bebre utiti bi ese saade no so special prosecutor say ye hia yewura Ofori Atta so bebusabusa nsem fisika ona na finance minister sika ne beko sika ne ba ne nyina agina no so se akan sika twitwiri de ese de kota ambulance baba no na ambulance ye de ye enye ye bibia nsisim enye papa eno so ho nsem no ohia enchiremu ewo ho afei yesi GRFo wo mo tax bi ene ho enkontabuo kwan e fa so tuatuaye anti GRS tax refund accounts payments enti eno so GRFo wo mo sikasem bi ene ho nkontabuo kwan e fa so tuya sika no ene ho hyehyeye no ba bia sika ne bi faaye ene sika na esi etuaye no se de sika sika no ne de koye no saa na si koye ne ho nsem no ye hu ne se enti ase ni ho papa sikasem bia ma ne nkwanta wo baabi bibia fo bi nsase ensi eru akenuforiata ne nipa ono ebetumi ayi sansem na nti abusuafo se de eru akise ajaben si bi bo ensem ya me boboso yi madaroma obi ankoka se efie bo ne sire mu ka panyifo se ka akum ye gine kwakuo na nanum yentie kwakuo no madaroma
for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Zhaochen Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchases and after-sales service and maintenance of 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances for the National Ambulance Service. And 5. Payments out of and utilization of the tax refund account of Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the fugitive's name is Kenneth Nanaya Oforiata. Mr. Oforiata is 66 years old. He was the Minister of Finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. Mr. Oforiata left the jurisdiction on or around 2 January 2025. On 24 January 2025, the OSP communicated to Mr. Oforiata that the OSP considered him a suspect in respect of 4 of the cases described above. Mr. Oforiata was directed to attend in person the OSP on Monday, 10 February 2025 at 10 GMT for interview. By communication dated 31 January 2025, Mr. Oforiata instructed his lawyers to inform the OSP that he was out of the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds, and that the firm will notify the OSP of his arrival in the country in aid of rescheduling his personal attendance at the OSP. Further, the firm offered its willingness to provide the OSP with any information the OSP may require to aid in the investigation until his arrival in the country. Then on 5 February 2025, the OSP responded to Mr. Oforiata, copied to his lawyers, that the OSP did not need or require notification from his lawyers of his arrival in the jurisdiction. The OSP acknowledged Mr. Oforiata's lawyer's gracious offer to provide the OSP with information in aid of the investigation. However, and this is important, the OSP insisted that Mr. Oforiata's personal attendance at the OSP was required. After all, the lawyers are not under investigation. I don't need lawyers to answer questions on your behalf when you are being investigated. The OSP declined Mr. Oforiata's request to be away from the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds on his say-so. Consequently, the OSP directed Mr. Oforiata to indicate by close of business on Monday, 10 February 2025, a reasonable date of his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. The OSP warned Mr. Oforiata that if he failed so to do, the OSP would take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP at our own choosing. Subsequently, by a communication dated 10 February 2025, that is just Monday, Mr. Oforiata's lawyers transmitted to the OSP a generic letter procured by Mr. Ofori purporting to be from a doctor in a foreign jurisdiction, stating that Mr. Ofori had been seen and evaluated and that he was undergoing further testing and management and possible surgical intervention at an indicated future time. And further, that his medical condition necessitates that he will stay and follow up on his appointments. On account of this purported medical letter, Mr. Ofori's lawyers prayed that the attendance in person of Mr. Ofori at the OSP should be fixed, taking into account the medical report from his doctors. And at 4:16 p.m. the very next day, it is yesterday, Tuesday, 11 February 2025, before we could respond to the letter that came on Monday, the OSP received another letter from Mr. Ofori's lawyers. This time, it was an inquiry. Mr. Ofori's lawyers wanted to know, and they stated that they were informed by the household of Mr. Ofori that in the morning of Tuesday, 11 February 2025, that is yesterday, 12 men, comprising 1 police officer, 4 military men, and 7 other men in plain clothing, visited Mr. Ofori's house, and that by threat of force, they were able to enter Mr. Ofori's house, and they undertook an exercise purporting to be a search of every room, office, gym, and other spaces in the house. Mr. Ofori's lawyers then inquired if the OSP could confirm